All right, so there it is. Brand new 2024 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R. Let's go ahead and get the oil change. Just to let you guys know, this bike was bought brand new when it basically came out of the dealership. It had 4 miles on it. Right now we are clocking 627. Manufacturer recommends getting the first oil change or the braking period basically up to the 600 miles and get that oil change. And that's the plan for today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil change. That's gonna be a pretty straightforward work. If you see here, right from the kickstand, this is your drain plug, 17 mm, and right on this side is your filter. I don't think we have to remove the fairings or do anything crazy. Just it's very easily, I think we'll be able to reach the filter and the drain plug as well, easily accessible. And once we have drained those two, the fill cap here, it's also easily accessible, so shouldn't be a problem. And what we need to get this job done is really just 4 quarts of oil. This is by the owner's manual. I checked, it's 10W40. Let me turn this off. So it's 10W40 full synthetic. This is the Kawasaki brand oil. We need 4 quarts of those. I got it from Cycle Max. Comes as a kit for 70 bucks, which is kind of much cheaper I guess if you're buying one thing at a time. Just this alone I think would be about $17 or $18 out of the shop. But in the kit you get the 4 quarts of oil, you get the OEM filter. Here's the part number, and comes with a I'd say funnel and a crush washer. We're gonna need all of that. For tool, all we need is a 17 mm socket, some shop rug, and I'm hoping that this is brand new, so I should be able to get the filter just twist and come out. If not, I might have to go grab my filter tool, basically removing tool that I've used. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I do think that getting this on the stand will probably be more helpful. We'll get some more clearance here, but this is workable right now. And I'm also thinking, I'll put it on the stand if I have to after I drain it. That way the oil has kind of this way is little, if you can see, the bike is slanted a little bit, so I want this oil to kind of drain completely. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the drain plug out first. I'm just gonna break it and then I should be wearing gloves. So if you guys have the gloves, put it. And also in my case, I ran the bike for I think about 10 minutes. Took it for a quick ride. Oh wow, that oil looks really dark. If you can see, a lot of things I can see already. So this is gonna be 4 quarts oil coming out, and I kid you not, I'm very surprised to see such dark oil on a brand new motorcycle. This was definitely needed. So what we're gonna do now is push this. Still raining. So I just went ahead and I put it on the stand. You guys, if you can see, this is the trackside stand, and what I'm realizing is this actually brought out some more oil. So yeah, I mean, if you have the stand to put on, do use that. Looks like it's almost done. I'm still gonna let it drip, and then we will move to getting the filter out. All right, looks like it's gonna drip for some more time, but that's okay. We can push this just a little bit. I'm gonna use the tool as I said, and try to get the filter. It's very tight. For some reason they shouldn't be doing this, but not surprised. That's usually what I've seen. All right, so I did kind of succeed in breaking this loose. So let's go ahead. Some more oil will come out on the filter side, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, if you can see, I had to use the tool. It was really tight. And here's the OEM filter number. That's the same filter that came with the kit. Looks like it's almost done draining, but while it's still dripping, I'm gonna take the new filter. It already has some grease on the lips here, but still I'm gonna go ahead and take the new oil just a little. And I will just a little dab, put some on the ring. This allows a good seal with the surface on the motorcycle. And I also like to pour some, not too much, because this filter is gonna go sit like this. You don't want it coming out, but just a little. So it has a little time to fill. Looks like its draining is done. Alright, let's go ahead and install the filter. Once again, adding the oil inside the filter, especially because it's going like horizontally. It's really not needed, but I put just a little bit. Don't fill it up completely, otherwise it's gonna start flowing back. And however, putting a little bit of oil on the ring, on the lip there, is actually important. That helps with the seal. So make sure you do that. And then with that being said, let's go ahead and get this. Not gonna use any tool, anything. It was way too tight. I'm sorry. Okay, I think you can see it now. It was way too tight from the factory, and I think that's wrong. So only gonna do a so go as far as you can with your hands, and then a little bit of strength. See if you can get at least a half to a 3/4 turn onto the last one. That should be enough. Looks like it's done. Let me. Here's the condition of the oil. You guys, this looks bad. I'm actually very surprised, if you can see. But then makes me feel happy to see that this is actually all the gunk, all the shavings from the engine is coming out. Alright, let's go ahead and get that. Alright, so by the way, made a rookie mistake, dropped this in the oil, so just be careful, be mindful of kind of remembering where you put it. I had to drain that, and then I found it, spent last 5 minutes just looking for the drain plug. Anyway, so go ahead, put the crush washer. For some reason this is not the same size as the OEM. The OEM looks okay, not too beat up, but I'm still gonna change it with this. It still covers the surface or diameter of the bolt, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Let's go ahead, get this. Same rule applies here. I don't have a specific torque, but I know this is, we're gonna just get it all the way and try to do another. Yep. Alright, so drain plug is in, filter is in. Let's go ahead and get our oil onto the other side. Alright, this is the easier part. Make sure this is clean. Looks like it's clean. And I'm going to use the funnel that came with the kit. We'll have to be really careful. So I'm going to put the first 3 quarts or 3 bottles in this, maybe 3.5. Turn the engine on, run it for a few seconds, that will allow the oil to get into the filter and cycle through the engine. And then we'll check the levels to make sure this is at the right levels, and that's where we want it to be. And after the third one, I'm gonna put half from this here, and then we'll run the engine. About 3 1/4, or 3 1/2 actually. So not sure if so this is almost full to the top. There is no, if you can see, just a little bit on the top, and this is only 3 1/2 quarts. So this really only means that more oil needs to get into the filter. So let's go ahead and start it. Do not start the bike without putting this. Make sure it's all tight, everything is in place. And once again, the bike has at least 3 1/2 quarts of oil. All right, let's see where the levels are now. If you can see now, this is showing it's still not too bad, but it definitely went down. So I'm gonna leave it here, run it for some time, and if there is any need, I'll top it off. I know the owner's manual says it will take about 4.2 or up to 4 quarts, but that also depends on, you know, if this drained completely, there is maybe some other oil, or maybe some of the oil is remain in the engine from the previous one. So that's normal if it doesn't take all of the 4 quarts. But keep an eye as you go through this over the next couple of rides, and if you see the levels dropping, top it off. So if you have the owner's manual, this is what it shows for the break-in service. If you can see the 600 miles first year, everything is for check. So make sure you have kind of checked all of that. And the only thing that you're going to actually replace is engine oil and the oil filter, if you can see here. So this is what you have. Everything else, make sure nothing looks loose, nothing looks out of the place, as if, you know, falling apart. Engine is revving correctly, you know, your throttle system and clutch, everything is responding. But that's what you have here. You shouldn't really be changing anything except the engine oil and oil filter, if you can see here. So that's all you need to do. This is on your owner's manual, page number 158. So follow that, and that is exactly what we did in this service here. All right, for the last step, once you're done with the oil change, we want to put a service reminder. Let's go ahead and turn on the bike. On the right hand side, you have the select button here. We want to press and hold that until we get the menu, And then on the left hand side you have the toggle button up and down. You're gonna select down. I hope it's clear. Down to service, and once we get there, once again on the right side, the select button to go into the service. Now on the top here, Kawasaki service, that's for the dealers to update. And for oil change is the only one that is in highlight mode here. We're gonna go ahead and select one more time, and then we're gonna use the up and down toggle buttons to bring it to on position, and then we will select. So it resets. If you can see, your date is now a year from now, and that's all you're gonna get. I'm gonna go back and change this back to 5,000 miles, and that's it. Keep hitting the select button until you're out of that menu, and then once you are in the menu, you press the reset button and you're back to home screen. So now we're all set. I set the time, I set the date, and with that I had to reset the service reminder, which is going to show 1 year or 5,000, whichever is earlier. So yeah, it's basically a countdown on the miles. Assume if I check it after riding like 10 or 15 miles, it will show I have 4,990 miles to go in that. I think that's all for now. Let me know if you have any other questions on this bike. I just got it. I'm still kind of learning about the bike, and a couple of things that I have planned here. I will definitely keep you guys posted on those changes as well, so watch out for those videos and those upgrades on this. That's all for now. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for stopping by the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.